Welcome. Thank you for joining us on the empty side of the table. We just thought we'd show off the end product of organizing the Apothecary jar and the other jars that we have. This here, I believe we've already profiled. There's this amazing stein that we picked up at Lodi Comic Con, and we're going to be filling this with D20s. We've already got a few of them, obviously. So hopefully at Comic Con we're going to go to the Chessex booth, fill a mug with only D20s, and then get a few of the more special ones, the translucent ones, glow in the dark, what have you. And we're going to fill this jar. This is the second jar of dice that we have. This is solids and speckles, as you can see. This was our first dice drop. Turned out quite nice, actually. And finally we have this big, beautiful Apothecary jar. These bags here have the larger size dice that came with the Chessex pounded dice bags that we had ordered. Dice up here, kind of profiling or showing off. These here were the ones that we ordered online during the Comic-Con online event. These are skull dice. And those are the first pair of dice that we got at our first time attending DundraCon, Dungeons and Dragons Con. And these are from Chessex, probably from Comic Con, and we've never seen them have those dice ever again. They've got this very matte, chalky look to them. The pips aren't painted. I thought they were quite nice. And I believe they had a second color that was maybe an orange. I'm not sure. But this is the jar here. Let's give it a I still think this one's supposed to glow. Right there. I know it doesn't, but it's got those little white flecks in it that look like they might be luminescent. Let me see if I can pull those out. It looks like it might be difficult. Yeah, it's going to be pain to pull out. I'm hoping to find some like this again someday. Can't exactly pinpoint it, but earlier today I started to get excited again for Comic-Con. And in doing that, we remembered that we had some things we wanted to bring along with us. So we thought we'd show them off. So here we have some lanyards, most of which we picked up at Comic Con. This one here, we got at the Capcom booth. I don't believe the Resident Evil tag was part of it, but Resident Evil is a Capcom game. And I obviously picked up this dog tag at a convention, but I honestly can't tell you which one. This is also yet another lanyard we picked up from the Capcom booth. And a while back, places like GameStop were selling these blind bag, what do they call these? Well, they're supposed to hang on backpacks. I've got a few of them. But I always kept getting Ryu or Ken. This is from probably Fanime. This I probably picked up at GameStop, but I thought it was quite brilliant. It's like a lanyard for Wayne Enterprises. Might be fun to wear to Comic Con or put my badge on. This one, also probably from GameStop. But I thought it was quite cool. I'm not exactly able to read kanji. I'm guessing that says something like the Dark Knight of Batman. Trick or Treat. This, I didn't get this at Comic Con. It was probably purchased at the Halloween stores, pop-up stores we get once a year. Trick or Treat holds a special place in my heart. It was probably one of the worst but best Comic Cons I ever attended, and in this case we attended a late night panel for the screening of this movie. It had been in production hell for almost 4 or 5 years by that point. They premiered it at Comic Con. It was brilliant. I fell in love with the film, became a huge fan. And this was purchased several years later, but I like it. I like the film. Now this here is quite special. Sideshow usually has a they have a lot of things going on at their booth besides all those statues and everything. I remember the first year they premiered the Court of the Dead statues. They had a separate curtained off area with these gorgeous statues, super detailed and painted and everything. I immediately became a fan. Kickstarted their board game up there, and it wasn't until later that I realized that they would have a scavenger hunt of sorts where they'd give you a card, and on the card were listed let's say 5 or 6 different vendors that you go to and you get it stamped. These vendors would be selling something to do with Court of the Dead, like graphic novels and things like that. So if you do the scavenger hunt, have all your stuff checked off, and then you go to the Sideshow booth, they would give you a pin if they have any left. So that's one of them right here. And that's one right here. They'd been doing them for a few years prior to that, and I don't know why I never jumped on it. I just didn't know about it. This lanyard and the rest of the pins, we had won in an online contest, I guess you'd call it. It was probably through Twitter, and it was something like, hey, Court of the Dead fans, name your faction and tell us how you would make somebody's Halloween special or whatever, or something like that. And a lot of the responses were kind of greedy and pedestrian, like, oh, I would fly this person out to see me or whatever, or I would go do this or I would go do that, and those kind of things. And my response was something like, I think I'd put together a bunch of spooky music and sound effects and put it on a track, burn it to a CD, and have that playing in the background while I read scary stories to children in the library or something. Of course, nothing too violent or whatever, but that won us these pins. While we're talking about lanyards, I don't know if I've showed this before, but I guess I'll show you something else while I'm doing this. So right here, these are all the lanyards that we have amassed from various conventions we went to. Say there's Sac Anime, there's DungeonCon, Sinister Creature Con, which will be coming up on Father's Day weekend, I believe. For some reason, I've got a ton of events coming up that I need to cover for my occupation. Of course, if our friend Mel asks us to go there because he might need something, we'll drop everything to go help him out. Also, it's a Comic-Con, the Universal Monsters booth will give away really cool lanyards. I'm trying to find one here. I think this is one. Frasetto. I think this was from Universal Monsters. Let me see here. No, this is from WonderCon. Alright. Dexter, that's from Comic-Con. The Walking Dead, that's from Comic-Con. Okay, I'm making a mess now. Just thought I'd show this off though. Maybe take a peek inside there. For sure, we'll be bringing this to Way at Comic-Con and probably this one to hang our badge off of. Quite excited. I also get this weird anxiety nerves thing. It's been an amazing experience every time. Typically with our friend Mel, we don't even get asked about it until the week before, or maybe a couple weeks before. In this case, it was a couple months before, which was quite nice. And that allowed us to kind of jump in on the hotel apocalypse and rent a car and all that other stuff. And we've been preparing for the past 2 or 3 weeks now. We're quite lucky and very grateful. And I hope to be doing videos while I'm there. We'll definitely be doing a video of Chess X when we're getting this thing filled. Well, buying dice to fill it anyway. Typically they don't let you film panels, and that's quite fine. One of our favourite, I guess you'd call them independent film studios, Troma, always does a panel. And we got to meet Chuck Tingle the last time we were there. He's an author, and he does, he started doing as far as I know, when I first came across him, he was doing sexually explicit romance novels with dinosaurs. I want to say the gentleman's not autistic. Maybe there's another word for it. Maybe it's just the character he's playing. I don't know, but it's brilliant stuff. And he's even gotten acclaim from authors like Neil Gaiman and things. And it sounded like at that panel that he's going to be doing some work with Troma, which is cool. They're a great fit. But the excitement is building. We've got going to be very busy this weekend. We've got 3 to 4 events to cover for our occupation. The weekend after that is the Sinister Creature Con and some more events for us to cover for our occupation. So we'll see how that works out. Brilliant. Very excited. Thank you for letting us share our excitement with you. Stay healthy. Always be kind. Take care.